Good morning, friends. Sixth chapter we have completed, and today we are going to begin with seventh chapter, that is system of particles and rotational motion. It's a 11 physics 7 system. It's a system of particles and rotational motion. The motion so far we considered, it was considered as a motion of single particle. Whatever may be the size and shape of that particle, the motion we consider so far was of a single particle. Even the earth we consider as a single particle, point mass. But in practice, the objects are not point mass. Objects are system of particles. They are extended in shape. So, we cannot deal with the motion of an object by considering them a point object. Due to this one, we need to extend or develop new concept here. The particle, when it is taken as a single point mass, and the particle when it is extended, there is difference between these two situations. Any extended body is a system of particles. So where the force is applied, which particle should be considered for applying force? These all questions arises, and to that one the concept of center of mass originated or raised. The concept of center of mass, it is the mass, it is the point where the mass is concentrated. And when we apply, when we consider center of mass, the extended body also considered as a point mass. For that one, we need to define what is the meaning of rigid body. What is a rigid body? Rigid, it means that easily from this one, you can say that which does not change its size and shape. Yes, it is right. The body which does not change its size and shape, and the distance between pairs of particle do not change, such body is known as rigid body. This rigid body, now ideally speaking, no body is a rigid body. Even earth, when it is rotating, its a shape is changing. Any beam which is even hard, but then it also bends when we apply certain force. So ideally speaking, no body is a rigid body. But for practical purpose, when the force is applied and the object wrap, bend or twist, we ignore it, and then every object, every extended body we can consider as a rigid body. These are the concept in introductory part. In introduction, we saw two things. One is that so far the motion which we consider, it was motion of a point mass, but in practical thing there is no object which is having a point mass. All objects which we study or which we see them going under motion are extended objects. These extended objects are nothing but it's a system of particles. When system of particle comes into picture, we need to consider one point where the force can be applied, that is called as center of mass, and then the definition of rigid body comes. Rigid body is defined as the object or the body which does not change its size and shape, or the distance between pairs of an object remains same. It is called as a rigid body. Ideally speaking, there is no object which is rigid, or there is no body which is rigid. Even the earth changes its shape when it is revolving around the sun. Steel beam or any solid object, these all also either wrap, bend or rotate. Therefore, no body can be practically rigid, but all this wrapping, bending, twisting, rotation of an object we ignore and the object we consider as rigid. That's all for this.